DHT has a very negative perception, mainly because of its effects on hair loss and prostate cancer. And I'm not really going to be focusing on these things today because the research is very mixed on these as to what DHT's actual effect on both of these things actually is. So I'm mainly going to be focusing on the effects of DHT that are mostly ignored, which are the benefits of it. So DHT actually has very important effects in the development of masculine characteristics, and these are both physical and mental. So having a deeper voice and also facial hair and mental or the mental effects of DHT are going to be risk taking and competition, and you're also going to be getting increased mood, energy, libido, and motivation from DHT. And the main reason for this is because DHT is, depending on the source, about 3 to 10 times more androgenic than testosterone, and mainly because of its higher binding affinity and slower dissociation from the androgen receptor. So you're going to get stronger androgenic effects. Now, even though you're getting these stronger androgenic effects, you're going to be getting lower anabolic effects because very little DHT is actually produced in your muscle tissue, and the DHT that does get in there is deactivated by an enzyme. So you're going to have very little direct effects on your anabolism from DHT. There are some indirect effects. Not really going to go into those, it's complicated, but this is why DHT mainly gets ignored, as bodybuilders and people focused on fitness are mainly going to be focused on testosterone. But the reason why your DHT isn't produced inside of your muscle tissue, the reason why DHT doesn't get into the muscle tissue is because DHT is a paracrine hormone. So most of the DHT that your body's using isn't getting transported throughout your bloodstream, but it's being made in specific parts of your body, and then it's used in that same part of your body. There is a small amount, like 10 times less than the amount of testosterone that's produced in your testes and adrenal gland, and that enters the bloodstream and it can be used throughout your body. And it's not a small amount, but it's a lot smaller of amount than the amount of testosterone. And because when your DHT enters the muscles, it's attacked by the enzyme, the effect of DHT on muscle mass is very minuscule. So the main benefits, again, are just going to be the masculine characteristics and effects on motivation, energy, things like that. So the ways that you're actually going to increase your DHT are primarily through increasing the amount of free testosterone that your body has. And that's going to be through a few pathways, just increasing the amount of testosterone that your body's able to produce. And there's a bunch of things like increasing competition, increasing saturated fat intake, sleep, sunlight, diet, all of those things, reducing cortisol, strength training, zinc. A bunch of things go into increasing your testosterone, but then increasing the amount of that testosterone that's freed up that your body can actually use. So you're going to need to lower the amount of sex hormone binding globulin that your body has, so that can be used by your body. And obviously you need SHBG. It's an important transport for your testosterone. It transports the testosterone around your body so your body's able to use it. But you have too much SHBG and your body's not actually able to use your testosterone for anything. And the main ways you're going to reduce SHBG is increasing your protein, increasing boron and zinc intake, and strength training. And the other way that you're going to increase your free testosterone levels is by reducing aromatase. And the main way you're going to do that is just reducing your body fat percentage. So if your body fat's above 15%, if it's not in that optimal 12 to 15% range, you're going to have problems. If it's lower than 12%, again, you can have other problems with testosterone production. So you don't want it too low, but you also don't want it too high, because you're going to have excess aromatase levels, and your body's going to be converting your testosterone into estrogen, and it's going to be just a repeating cycle, because you're going to build more fat because of the estrogen, and it's just going to repeat. So the main ways you're going to reduce aromatase other than reducing body fat is just going to be getting more zinc and eating aromatase inhibitor foods. And the main ones are just going to be cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. There's some other foods like pomegranate or green tea. Green tea's benefits of DHT are going to be mixed. Some people think that that green tea actually reduces your DHT levels, and then it can reduce or regulate your aromatase.